the Lion's Gate has always been about abundance. It has always been about the influx of money. It has always been about abundance in all its way, shape, or form. You want to have abundance in your life. You want abundance of friendships. You want abundance of good health. You want abundance of money. You want abundance of flow. You want that movement of energy in your life. So you've got, what is it, 8 days now? So start focusing on utilizing the energy that comes in that big, massive influx, which it's one of the bigger portals that comes into the earth every year. And every year it's gotten bigger and bigger, especially with the expanded consciousness of society. So this year is going to be very pertinent. And most of those that are part of the White Hats or that are part of any of these things also look at astrology, and they also look at different things that are happening in the universe when they make decisions on when to do things. So I do sense that around Lionsgate, which is August 8th, is going to be a time when you will see some changes in your financials. So be present within yourself, be open, and just say, you know what, I want to feel what. Oh, we could feel this lion energy is coming in through Shelly now. And he's just here and he's saying, yep, think of what a lion represents. This is Leo, this is lion, this is, but think of the lion when you look at the lion as an animal that is on your planet. Lion, the male lion, is that strength. What did they call us? The king of the jungle, the one that is the head of things. However, we are nothing without the female. And so think of the lion's gate as being the balance of masculine and feminine. Think of the lion's gate as stepping into your own power as the master of whatever it is that you are. Think of it as becoming more balanced in your energy. And through that balance, you have abundance of everything around you. There is plenty of food. There's plenty of places to live. There's plenty of jobs. There's plenty of whatever it is that you are seeking to have. So be present within yourself and let your inner lion emerge. Ah, Shelly, this is Shelly. Sorry, that knocked me totally out of channel because I just was not going to roar the way he wanted me to roar. He's like, you wimp. It's like he was leaving. He took his hand and he swiped my shoulder and said, you wimp. But I said, no, not roaring like that. I may roar like that for myself, but I'm not doing it in a stream. I Brysentia am back. But you get the picture. And what this is also showing you is how cyclical there are different portals, there are different alignments with the universe that come up, and all of that is there simply to support you. And the times when people really struggle is when they're not in balance with whatever it is that is coming in. So you've got 8 days. With any of these portals, as they open, it's usually like 2 or 3 days ahead, 2 or 3 days behind. So give it like about a 6 day, 5 to 6 day period of time, and notice what's happening around you. Notice if you feel yourself roaring. Notice if you are just paying attention to what it is to be in that strength, to be in that balance, to be with that inner knowing, because it is powerful. It is a powerful energy, and it is coming up again, especially as so much has been. I mean, look at this place last year. When you were at the Lion's Gate last year, it was not nearly as expanded as what it is right now. There was still a lot of that heavy, dense energy still on the planet. So when you consider how much of that has transitioned off, and now you stand in the space of this portal, just like a beam of light shining down upon you, let that expand your energy. Let that work with your DNA. Let that work with your consciousness. Let that work with your mental body so that you can be in a place that is open to receive. How many times have you said over and over, I need more money. I want more money. I need more money. That's coming from a place of lack that you don't have enough. So always, always find a way in which you can be open to feel the balance. You can be open to be in the flow. And from that flow of abundance, seek abundance in every way, shape around you. Not a roar, but close enough. Okay. Are there any other questions for me? All righty. All right. Well, thank you for this opportunity. And I know that I will be communicating with you guys soon. Ansaluia. Greetings. It is I, Crystallia. I walk into this space. I love that lion energy. I have worked with that lion in particular is very powerful in the universal beings that are working with the earth plane. He is someone that has been coming in and out of the earth plane for a very long time. He comes sometimes as a totem. He comes always on August 8th um, as the portal that is represented by him. And so be aware that there is just so much that is happening, and I can see it. I mean, it's only been 2 weeks since we got together, and already I can see a difference. When I look at a year ago, it's almost like night and day. So trust in yourself, trust that everything is going exactly as it needs to. And when we say it's done, it is done. All of the foundation is complete. All of the filling in of the nooks and crannies are complete. All of the shifting upward and living in a new space is complete. And all that is left are those stragglers that are still trying to figure out what's going on, what happened, that are still caught up in the ego, that are still caught up in mind control and thinking that that's the way to go. So they will not last very much longer because this is the end. What is that? I keep hearing this is the end game. So, whatever that means to you all, this is the end game. Now, what's going to happen as things continue to transition? You will find that your reality of the first it will be all of this disclosure and all of this transition with the quantum financial system. And then after that, what comes along is that there will be a period of time when I see people as if waking up, meaning that people will become aware of what's been going on. And rather than it being like night and day, oh, one day we were here, now we're here, it will be in your consciousness as if it was like that for a period of time. So, this is how people have already been integrating and shifting from the unconscious into the consciousness. And so, this awareness of, or this perspective that is coming out from humanity is already there. It's just about opening up the energy so that now it feels like your reality. So, let's speak about the DNA for a minute. Your DNA, as I'm looking at it now, it looks quite different than when I very first came onto the earth plane. I see things that are from a higher perspective, that are higher vibrational frequency. So within humanity, there are many of those strands that are associated with things that have been non-physical or unconscious within you are now being activated. And you may say, okay, what does that mean? So you start with those two strands and then all of those things that connect it along the way. Some of them have been laying there dormant, and now there's light and energy flowing through it. There are parallel, it almost makes like a box. So you have those two, well, then two here, two here. And what is that? 8. So that's kind of your 8 strands. And then they also kind of weave in the center of those. It's hard to say. It's a shape that I have not seen on the earth, so I don't know how to explain it to you, other than to say that things that were completely transparent before are now becoming illuminated and I can see them. So that is saying that certain aspects of your DNA are now activated because they are now illuminated, and we can see them as we could those first two strands that you've had. Let me say this from my perspective, and of course, I haven't been here all that long, but I believe that actually many of you came in with more than just those first two strands activated this whole entire lifetime. You have your scientists, and they could only see what they could see. So they said people had just two strands of DNA, and then they talked about junk or empty space. Well, that empty space, you all know, is the higher frequencies of your DNA. So I believe that most of you came in with at least, I don't know, maybe 6 to 12, depending on the person, already activated as you came into this lifetime, and they've been actively working through your unconsciousness, and now it's shifting into your consciousness. There will be others that are completely unactivated that will then become activated. Some of these star seed children that are coming in that don't have the long history on the earth plane came in with as many as 24 already activated. And that is because that's their alignment with the universe, it's their alignment with other species, it's their ability to communicate and connect with other species. You don't need all that right now. That can be learned at another date. But what you need right now as society is the ability to understand and conceptualize love, love as the foundation, and the inability to hurt other people. That's hugely not active, not complete at this point. And I just hate it, as do, I'm sure, every single one of you. So be more, I think what I'm asking you to do is to consider yourself further along that timeline than what you've given yourself credit for, because these energies, these aspects of your DNA are already activated, they're already working with you. So let that be a part of your knowledge, and let that be a part of your information. How are other things going to look when you begin to look at your world through really abstract eyes? Things will, it's as if things become what you would call three-dimensional. Say, for example, you're looking at a picture, and as you look at the picture, it's as if whatever that picture is about comes to life, and it comes out of the picture. That is one way of looking at it through the higher strands, through these experiences. Another thing to consider is, okay, now you're still looking at that picture, and you begin to recognize that there is a consciousness. Not every picture, not everything. They all have a vibration, but not everything has the same type of consciousness. But you will find that there will be certain things that you thought of as inanimate will actually recognize as coming forth, or animate itself. And that is a part of higher consciousness and living in this more expanded frequency. Okay. Whew. Shelly's dog is over here and was just waking up and yawning like, oh, okay, how's it going to affect the animals or the pets? There will be a transition in the communication between humanity and their personal pets. Yes, there will still be. I mean, in just about every place in the universe, there is some. It is very, very common to have pets, but it's an equal balance. They're doing what they want to do, and the person, the human that's with them, it's a cohesive relationship. So there's nothing, unless you were to hurt them. So there's nothing else that you would need to be concerned about. Okay. Are there any questions for me this evening?